Okay. In meditation, I saw some very, very ugly things. No shock there. I expected that. Um, I did see some beautiful things, though. Not as much as the bad things, but it was gruesome. It was gruesome. The bad was horrible, and the good was nice and tranquil. So at the beginning of my meditation, um, they did show me rocks, like big, big rocks that you could sit on a like sand with water. It looked like a beach, but not like Hawaii or anything. But it was a very, very tranquil, sort of peaceful place. And he was sitting on a big rock, looking out over the water with like I don't know if he had one knee up or both knees up. Maybe both knees, but one knee was definitely higher. He was in like a white tank top, and the bottom um, of his pants were rolled up. Okay, so it was a very relaxed, like very tranquil, very peaceful state. That was the beginning of the meditation. So you asked me, is he okay? Yes, I believe so. Yes, I believe so. Then it like went backwards, and I was shown some really, really graphic things. I was also showing, you asked me about a female. I'm going to see if I can post this video private and see if I can get you in there to watch it some way privately. But if I can't, I still want to be vague on the names and everything, or, you know, as vague as I can be with you, still know who I'm talking about. In case I can't, for whatever reason, figure out how to make it private so that you can still have access to it. So, the female that you asked me about, I did see her while I was being shown all of these horrible, like just heinous, torturous images. They did show me her with her, like she was sitting Indian style. Well, yeah, kind of Indian style, crouched over on the floor with her kind of to the side, not like all the way to the back, kind of to the side, with her head turned like away from me, with a needle in her arm. So I don't know if that has any relevance, if that's just a severe state of depression. However that may resonate with you, I'm just telling you what I was shown. I'm not always shown like an exact situation. Sometimes, or many times, I'm shown things that will convey a message, okay? Things that will get a certain message across, okay? And I'm sorry if it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. But I did want to get this out to you as soon as possible. So that is what I saw. That's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, because the rest it's just bad. It's bad. It's as bad as I think you think it is, or was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have a pretty good idea of how bad it was, or when it went down. And that's confirmed. Yes, it was that bad. Yes, it was that bad. So overall, Trust and Faith came out. Okay, and that was the first card to come out. So, definitely, above all, trust and have faith in whatever higher power you believe in. Pray, meditate, whatever you have to do. Many times we don't get the justice that we feel is right or deserved on this plane of existence, okay? But you need to know that nothing goes unseen, okay? Everything that happens in the dark comes to light. And everybody has to pay the piper. And our Creator, or what higher power you believe in, and the universe knows much better than we do on how to handle situations, okay? So I believe you're being asked to trust and have faith in that it will be handled the way that it is supposed to be handled. And it may not look the way you think it should look on this plane of existence. But like I said, we don't always know what's best. And nothing, there's not anything that doesn't get handled, okay? Like I said, everybody's got to pay the piper, okay? The next card that came out was Persecution and Inquisition. So, yeah, we already knew that. We already knew that, but this is just confirmation. So, yes, it did happen. There was a like discrepancy, I don't know if that's the word, over beliefs, okay, over lifestyles and beliefs and values and things like that, okay? And yes, it was drawn out. The process of what led up to it, in the actual event, yes, it was as drawn out as you may have imagined, probably even a little more. It didn't happen quick. Not the situation that led up to that, and not the event itself, okay? And I'm sure you already knew that or had an idea of that. This is just confirmation, okay? You asked me, did that person have anything to do with it? Indirectly or directly, okay? And you gave me some details on the situation. So when I asked that question, I'm going to read you the cards that popped out, okay? This Page of Cups in reverse, okay, comes out with this Two of Swords overlaying it, with this Temperance in reverse overlaying it, and I'm sorry, this one came out in reverse as well, with this Hierophant overlaying it, okay? Now, this was somebody, okay, trying to identify or conform to a particular group of people, okay, the way that they did things. Somebody trying to possibly keep up a certain type of appearance, okay? And this Temperance coming in reverse here. This is a major imbalance, first of all. But it's like this person that was having to conform, or thought that they had to conform to or identify with these people, with this group. They had like too much, okay? They had too much freedom, possibly with the money or things, material things that they had. They had too much. There was a severe imbalance in control, and they were not thinking of any long-term situations or consequences, or like they were thinking in the now, okay? This person they didn't have like this big master plan. It wasn't like that. In fact, if anything, they had no long-term vision, okay? This Two of Swords, right? This is someone, this is like a stalemate, okay? There was a choice to be made here. Unfortunately, it was going to be bad either way for someone. It's like too deep. They're telling me too deep. Someone got in too deep. And there could be two someones that got in too deep on either side of the situation, and they probably did not know, okay? So this having to identify with this group and keep up this certain appearance, okay, and having too much freedom with this money, and having no sort of long-term plan, or not really understanding the severity of what the little choices they were going to make. There was a stalemate in this situation. Someone was like, maybe even both parties or three parties, whoever was involved, they were choosing to stay blind to the fact that this was going to end badly no matter what. They're telling me too deep. Someone was in too deep. Possibly everyone was in too deep. But on a level like that the others didn't know. Okay? If that makes sense to you. I'm trying not to say too much, because I don't want any identities revealed, in case I can't get this uploaded privately. Okay? So, with that, you know, that was overlaying this Page of Cups. The Page of Cups coming out in reverse. This was an extremely emotionally immature person, okay? Which, I mean, obviously, anyone who thinks that they have to conform to other people's shit, you know, with whatever money and whatever their situation was where they got in too deep, and anyone who thinks that they have to go that route, or they're forced to go that route, okay, is an emotionally immature person, okay? Now next, you get this Seven of Cups in reverse, overlaying this Four of Pentacles, overlaying this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. This is temptation, alright? Temptation, and there was some sort of like a diversionary tactic. Okay, I have the camera positioned a little funny. I want you to be able to see me, but I also kind of want you to be able to see the cards. So I'm crouching down. This was a person that was being tempted and trying to avoid a situation or create some diversionary tactics for a while. That was only going to work for a while before they were snapped back into reality. I believe they kind of knew that, kind of did. You're dealing with a very, very altered state of mind here. So what they knew, what they didn't know, what they were conscious of is all kind of a blur, okay? Because they were not really in their right type of mind, okay? And this Four of Pentacles comes out, and if you can see that, it looks like a female fairy or some shit, I don't know, but it looks like a feminine energy, but she is holding on to those coins for dear life. You see that? She is not letting that shit go. And this Queen of Pentacles coming out, I'm sorry, it came out in reverse. Okay, this Queen of Pentacles coming out in reverse over the whole stack. This is not a generous person at all, okay? This person is very, very selfish. It has a complete, you get more imbalance of this just complete lack of, I would say lack of family commitments. Okay, there was something here to do with the family that was not being held up on someone's end, and they're very selfish, okay? Very selfish is the only word I can think of right now. Not holding up their end of the deal to these family commitments that were made, and not trying to let go of these coins, okay? And trying to create some sort of a diversion, or not trying to deal with the situation for a time, okay? Fighting these temptations, okay? But this card also coming in reverse is like a snap back into reality. So like I said, for a time. That was only going to last for so long. And like I said, what they knew and what they didn't know is kind of a blur, because it's like I said, you're dealing with a person that was not where they should have been mentally, okay? Very altered state of mind. Next, you get this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, all right? Overlaying this Knight of Wands in reverse. Overlaying this Queen of Swords also in reverse. Overlaying this Moon in reverse. Okay, so the Moon in reverse is all about secrets, okay? This was extremely unhealthy motives going on here. They had motive and it was bad. This is unhealthy, okay? This is also pointing to drug abuse. No shock there, okay? And when I'm telling you this person had an altered state of consciousness, they were not dealing with their right mind, yes, this is what it was. It was all pointing to drug abuse and overindulgence, okay? Now, getting this Queen of Swords out in reverse, this is a cold-hearted bitch. Queen of Swords upright is normally, she takes no shit. She says things, she's very upfront, but in a good way, in a respectful way. She's still very balanced. When she comes out in reverse, okay, this is a cold-hearted, bitchy person, all right? Don't forget, with secrets and ulterior, I can't even say the word right now. It's too late or too early, however you want to look at that. Bad, unhealthy motives, okay, and lots of drug abuse going on here, lots of secrets going on here. And that was overlaying this Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands overlaying it. Also coming out in reverse, this is a person that is kind of all over the place, here, there, and when you're dealing with drug addiction and drug abuse, that's to be expected, okay? But this person was all over the place, very scattered in their thoughts, scattered in their actions, okay, this is a delay, oftentimes pointing to a delay in money. Okay, this is a very, very irresponsible business partner when this card comes out in reverse. And it's also can point to a sort of cocky and arrogant person. And remember, I told you this person was trying to keep up with these appearances to do with money and possibly substance and whatever this was. They were trying to fit in and conform, okay, with this group of people. But it was very, very, very unbalanced. This was handled very, very immature, okay? And I'm not sure how mature you could handle a situation like this, being that the minds were so altered, okay? And this Eight of Cups coming out, Eight of Pentacles coming out in reverse, this is also lacking focus. Like I said, this person, their actions, what they were doing, yes, they were doing it, but they didn't have any real plan. They didn't, like I said, they were not focused. They were all over the place, here and there in their actions and their thought. They were very scattered. They didn't have focus. They didn't have a real plan. It was just in the now, very selfish behavior, living for the moment. It was not, I'm not going to say it wasn't intentional, because of course there was intention behind it. But I don't think they fully understood what they were doing, okay? And this is also because upright, this card is about putting in the work for finances, putting in the work and doing it the right way. So when it comes in reverse, it can lead to fast money, not wanting to do the work, wanting the here and now, you know, without putting in the work, okay? After that, you get this Page of Swords, okay, overlaying this Four of Swords, right? Overlaying that, you get this Magician. And overlaying that, you get this Three of Cups. Overlaying that, you get this Eight of Swords, okay. This Eight of Swords is all about somebody, they are bound, okay? I don't know if you can see that. She's bound, okay? She can't see, she's blind, and she's sort of got this ribbon tied around her with these forces, okay? These dark black birds that represent dark forces and negativity surrounding her. They have these ribbons in their mouth, okay? That is what is binding this female. But if you look, everything is very loose, okay? She's in her bars, her prison bars are made of swords. You can walk right through it, you can take it out of the ground, okay? It's a false sense, a self-imposed state of being bound and blind, okay? These ribbons, they're just ribbon. They're not even tied. They're just wrapped around and very loosely by some birds' beaks, okay? So there's no reason why this woman can't move. She doesn't move because it's very mental, her state, okay? She's bound by her own bullshit, all right? With this Three of Cups coming out in reverse, all right? This is pointing right back to that substance abuse, okay, and overindulgence, all right? Upright, it's, you know, it's a healthy celebration. You know, you see they all have their cup there full, a bunch of friends getting together, okay, but it's in reverse. This could also point to third party, so there could be more parties involved here than you originally thought. But what I'm getting with this coming out over it, this female that thinks she is bound and choosing to stay blind almost, okay, with this substance abuse and this overindulgence initially, or you know, at the end of the day, with this Magician here, this was the cause, or this did cause this final resting place, okay, with this. And And not only is this cause of this final resting place, all right, but this is also the cause for this state of meditation, or state of thought that this person is in. So this is two ways. Of course, there's a final resting place for the one person, but the other person has initially caused this state of this mental state of restlessness. Okay, of course they're not going to be able to rest. Look at what has come from their thoughtless, selfish actions. Okay, over that you get this Ace of Swords. Okay, with this Knight of Pentacles overlaying it, with this Strength coming in reverse overlaying that, with this Ten of Wands, all right, in reverse overlaying that, with Death overlaying the whole stack. Okay, so it's pretty clear. This is mental clarity, but it's also raw power, but it's pretty clear that because this is power too. Okay, the Knight, I'm sorry, the King, no, the Knight of Pentacles is a little bit about power and control, but it's also it's a slow moving, secure state. Okay, but it's clear that this power to do with money, okay, is heavily involved. Okay, and this is a weak-minded person. Okay, they couldn't handle these burdens, all of this weight. Okay, they couldn't handle it, and essentially it's been lifted anyway, in a sense, and only for a time being, because this person is far from done with their journey on this level, this path that they're going down. Okay, so it only relieved. There's only like temporary relief is the word I'm looking for. There's only temporary relief to these burdens. Okay, because like I said, they're still very restless in their mind by their own. This is so self-imposed. Okay, but you asked me, did this person have anything to do with it? In a roundabout way, in a very roundabout way. I'm not gonna. This person was involved. Okay, this person was involved, heavily involved, but they did not. It wasn't a plan. They didn't. They were just acting in a selfish manner due to, drugs. Okay, they didn't really expect or plan for this. They're on a very destructive path right now. You asked me, did this person have anything to do with it? In a roundabout way, yes and no. Okay, yes, it's heavily revolved around finances. Okay, and selfish actions, and someone not holding up their end of the deal and commitments. Okay, and someone being very cold and basically manifesting a situation that didn't have to be, but it was only going to be a matter of time with people on this path anyway. And out came the Death card. Okay, so yeah, that's of course that was the end result, but it was also, like I said, it was only a matter of time on this path. This death was going to happen, whether it was literal or physical. This had to happen at some point. Okay, and this is a transformation. Okay, this doesn't have to be. Of course, it was a literal death, but life is not taken. It's only changed and transformed. Okay, so like I told you at the beginning, we don't always see the justice that we feel, that we think it's supposed to look like, okay? But trust and have faith. Now you asked me, any further questions? Get my notes, I'm sorry. Did he think you hated him when you went? Can you make it right? And is he okay? Now I told you in my meditation what I saw him sitting on that rock with that water splashing up in that sand with, you know, barefoot. Pants rolled up, very relaxed, okay, very relaxed, very tranquil. Yes, I think he's okay. Yes, and as okay as someone could be in that state. I don't claim to have all the answers. I don't claim to know what happens on the other side. But I did ask, was there anything that needed to come through strongly, a message to you specifically? What did Spirit want you to know? And you get this whole stack flew out, and it flew out just like this in this order, okay? So you get the Seven of Pentacles, okay, which here it says potential, but normally Seven of Pentacles is about investing time, money in investing, okay, and a lot of investments, overlaying that to this reflection, okay, and this is Six of Cups, which points to a simpler time in life, okay, it points back to, like, back in time, back to a simpler time, all right, to like a childhood time. So you're investing in this reflection of a simpler time, and also self-reflection, okay? I feel like you're maybe beating yourself up a little bit too much of, you know, could you have done something, or what should you do now, okay? But you're at this crossroads of some sort with yourself, okay? I believe this is internal, this is mental, this is internal conflict that you're having, okay? And you're being urged to stay strong, okay? Stay strong. And take the information that you have, because this I know how you're going to react to this first set of cards. I know you're mad. I know you're mad. And I know you're hurt. And I know you possibly want to react like anyone might want to react. Okay? But don't go, you know, doing nothing crazy, okay? You're being urged to stay strong and to kind of sit back and take it all in, okay? Take it all in. Reflect on it, meditate on it, pray about it, and then make your decision, okay? Because there is light at the end of the tunnel. The situation will be illuminated. I told you, everything that happens in the dark comes to light. It always does, no matter what. At some point in time, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in this lifetime, maybe not on this plane of existence, but it does. It always does. Everyone has to pay the piper. And there is hope. Okay, there is hope, and there is light. This is the Star card. Next, you got this Nine of Swords, anxiety, and this Death, transformation overlaying it. You got the Death card twice. No shock, because that's the reading. That's what we're reading about. You're going to be in this state of anxiety. Okay, this is a mental thing. If you're you asked me about dreams. This card points to having bad dreams. This card points to mental anguish. This card points to being kept up at night, not being able to sleep. And you're going to stay in this state as long as you don't let it die. Let this transformation take place, okay? Like I said, it was time, one way or another, whether it was going to be literal, physical, or symbolic, okay? It had to end. There had to be a death somewhere. And let that transform. Let that death happen. Accept it. Feel it. It hurts. It's going to hurt. And you're not going to have all the answers, okay, as to why. Nobody knows why. Even when you get the why, because clearly we got the why, but it still doesn't make sense. It's not going to make sense, baby. It's not going to make sense. Let it happen. Feel it. It's okay to feel it. It's okay to be uncomfortable with it. It's a fucked up situation. But then release it. Okay, baby, release it. Let it transform. Let go of that mental anguish, all right? And you get this 10 of Wands, responsibility, and the world, regeneration. And I asked, was there anything that he wanted to say that maybe he didn't get to say, or he thought was a strong message, or needed to say for whatever reason? And you get this, that this is how I perceive it, this is what I'm getting, this is what they are telling me. He takes responsibility for his actions. So this first row here, yes, this person was involved, indirectly and directly. Did they know? Yes. Did they mean to? No. Yes. I mean, it's such a selfish state of being, and such an altered mind state, that they couldn't have possibly, they were not in their right mind. So they're still not in their right mind. Okay? So yes, this had something to do with it, but he is taking responsibility, okay? He is taking responsibility for this, and it's over. The cycle is completed. It's full circle. It's done, okay? Time to regenerate. Next level, okay? The world is all about completed cycles. And when I pulled from the Soul's Journey deck for you, the first card that came out was gratitude. And again, my question in this deck, was there anything else? Was there any specific messages that he wanted to say or needed to say that he didn't get to say? You get gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Okay? So he's thankful. He's thankful to you. He's thankful to the opportunities that he did have. Okay, and he takes full responsibility. Okay. The next card, Judgment. Now, if you remember, you got Judgment also in the readings above. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Okay, so you have to understand that he had his path, she has her path, you have your path. It's not going to look right to any one of y'all could say that you're not doing it right. But at the end of the day, everyone has their own journey and their own path, okay? And they have to do that. They have to. That's the way it works, baby. That's life. That's why we're here. Okay? So you have to understand that he had his own path. He chose that path. No one chose it for him. She has her own path, okay? And you cannot judge them for that, and you can't be taking blame for it or thinking, could you have done more, or what did you not do, or what can you do, okay? What you can do is accept and love, because overall that's the last card in your entire thing was love. Okay? I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Seeing the good in all things. Did he fuck up and get himself in a situation? Yes. Did he have help? Yes. Did she fuck up and get herself in a situation outside of that situation? Yes. They both had got themselves in a situation that the other one probably didn't know the full extent of. Okay, and this is why there was a delay. This is why there was a delay in the money, because they got in too deep. Okay, there was. You know what I'm saying. You're grown. You're mature. You're not new, and you know what was up. She got herself in a situation just as he got himself in a situation. This is what caused the delay. It was with a certain group of people. Okay, it was all surrounding abuse, substance abuse, and addiction. Okay, but he accepts responsibility. It is done. The cycle is complete. Everybody is on their own journey and their path. He wants you, above all, to understand, not judge, know that he is in a good place, know that it is going to be okay, and to love, to see the good in all things. Okay, and this is mainly for you, not for everyone else. It's for you. It's to give you peace. You love and accept and forgive for you. You do that so that you have peace, so that you can go on, okay? So that you can give that to your babies, so that you're not burdened down with things, okay? So that is what I got. I also wanted to tell you that when I meditated, let me find my notes. When I was meditating on your dreams, okay, I was told that the dream about the dark room, okay, one of the first dreams before it happened, yes, he was already in danger when you had that dream, okay? The second dream that you had with the missing teeth, okay, this is calling for the situation to be dealt with in the open, okay? So there were some things that, I guess somebody didn't want to tell you about the situation. There's some things obviously being held back by all parties involved. The missing teeth is if you're being urged or called or subconsciously telling yourself that the situation needs to come out into the open. It needs to be dealt with in a more open manner, and this is for everyone involved. This will give peace to everyone involved. It's uncomfortable as fuck. It's a bad fucked up situation, okay? But if you can face these things head on, if you can find it in you to deal with, oh my god, my nose, to deal with these situations in a more open way for y'all, for everyone involved, it will bring peace, okay? It will bring eventually. All right, that's it. That's all I got. I love you.